Yeah, we're going to show you a little Phoenix Rising story. And this is in Sylacauga. This was an old textile mill. So this was a very flourishing textile mill. Do y'all know anything about like why Alabama had so many textiles places around Alabama? Does anybody know?
What you said? Say that word.
Textiles, clothing.
The plants.
Plants like clothing.
Companies that made clothing, shirts, underwear.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
Are you from Alabama? Where are you from? Okay, so Alabama is a textile state. Does anybody know why?
Because they grew cotton.
Yeah, what's another reason? There's another big
Economic
reason.
push.
Water. We're a river state.
Right, yeah.
So we had the Coosahive River, so we had a lot of textile mills around Alabama and Fort Payne and Florence and Alexander City and Sylacauga. So in Sylacauga, there was Avondale Mills was a huge community. It had its own currency, its own education. It had on its housing. Went on to become governor, Governor Comer. And so it has a rich history in there. And then when NAFTA happened and everything started being exported, in 2006, the mill shut down. So we had a fire. This is what the site looked like. We had an environmental disaster. We had a fire. And so I got a call in 2019 if I would come volunteer in Sylacauga because the Family Resource Center that we just talked about had exploded and they wanted to expand. So they started going around the community and they said, where can we go? Well, what happened is the community came together like nothing I've ever seen. And the mayor, the medical, everybody came together, superintendents came together and said, we need to put all of our social services, all of our community services together. We need to come together, including agriculture. And they came up with, what if we went to this site and we went back to that site and we revitalized it? So they started beating the drum and knocking on doors until it became a reality, until the governor funded it over $20 million to rebuild this mill site. So this is what it looked like. We had to go in and start excavating and get all that. And so she's going to change the picture. This is what it looked like before. This is when it was flourishing. So today, the only thing is standing on that site is that smokestack. That is going to be a part of that. So what you're looking at is over 40 acres in Sylacauga. We're going to show you the picture. And so we have this opportunity. So this is the site. This was the fire that hit it. And so we've gone in with architectures and teams, and we are in the process of rebuilding it. So what does that look like to rebuild something? Go ahead. Again, these are the mills. Just we're doing a little quick what it looked like and then and now. Yes?
Okay, you say in the process of rebuilding to a textile again?
No, so what we're doing is we're revitalizing it to have all the community resources. So what they did was they came together and they said, what are the hubs in the community? What are the things that we need to? So you've got the government, the commerce, and so they put a hub and spokes model. She'll show you in just a minute, but it's innovation. We talked about all the things. Workforce, creativity. What are all the things that we're experiencing in our generation with our young children, the elderly? It's a coming together like we need to come together. So all of those. Yes, exactly. So that's what they came together, is having the education, the workforce, the innovation, the culinary. So it's a hub and spokes model with those. So it is called EARTH, and it's East Alabama Rural Innovation and Training Hub. So that's why you have that hub and spokes model in this logo. But it's a model that says a comprehensive approach to develop human capital, foster innovation, create jobs, leverage local resources and infrastructure, and expand community, county, and regional engagement. So what we've done is we've come together. I'm on one of the core teams, and we come together and we have built out funding, knocking on doors, literally, and a lot of community engagement, a lot of what does this look like, and we have overlapping teams. We have a lot of committees. I'm over the early childhood. Sir, you talked about the gardening of young children. So we're looking at a nature-based education program, regenerative agriculture program, starting with 2 and 3 year olds. You know, how do we integrate everything that we're doing? The farm to table, the culinary, the art, the the composting, the regenerative agriculture. So we're going to have walking paths, worker wellness. We're looking at it from all different approaches. We have alternative energy committees. We have, Noah, Mackenzie, Rachel, and I, we all sit on the regenerative ag. We work with local farmers to explain what is soil health, what are these things. We have to do a lot of education and a lot of outreach. And y'all talked about the soil and the composting. One of the things that we, and Mackenzie's going to get into this a little bit more, is we have experience in is the biggest thing is how do we get on site? You saw the rubble. How are we going to get on site and have a garden? How are we going to get on site and have orchards? Where do we get the those trees? It's a complete starting over point, and building that community, building that engagement, and building that community awareness from the agriculture perspective. Is we have this 5-acre gardens where we're doing it and teaching and having the students engage, but we're talking about the whole next level. And when you talk about, you guys are talking about acquiring soil, acquiring compost, we're looking at, we have to go out there and build 15 to 30 acres of topsoil again. And so that's requiring a lot of calling wood chippers, we applied for the state for recycling grant, $250,000 for a composting grant, waiting to hear on. So those are the things we're having to look completely outside the box, no box, flip every script that you can think of to say is how are we going to actually bring that soil on site and create that. So a lot of the questions you've been asking are questions we're asking.